They're the
She's right. And the reason why I said, if you heard everything that she said, this guy's trying to imply that it's a government psyop that's tearing black people away from Africans. And I hate to tell people, look, there's a thing called a Pan-African movement that has been around probably since before the Garvey movement of the 1920s. But what people don't understand is it seems to be a one-sided thing. The only people propping up Pan-Africanism is black people from America. And the reason why I know this is because we're the only ones talking about it. When you get to the continent of Africa, it's nothing for me to see people talk about how when black Americans get there, they have a thing in Africa called the Black American tax, to where when you get there, they're gonna upcharge you on everything once they realize you're from America. So that's what I'm saying. So if we're so, but then when white people go over there, it's like, hey, you can move into my home, nigga. You can live here. You can take my soul. They take over. So the reason why I know that to be so is because they have a thing. Let me tell you something you probably never heard of. There's a thing that they introduced. 1960s, you remember they had the Immigration Act that Martin Luther King and the Civil Rights Movement was pushing for. And they pushed for that because they thought we would get allies from other black people internationally to come here and basically bolster our numbers. But what they didn't tell us at the same time, they had a thing called Memorandum 66. Have you ever heard of this? Memorandum 66 is when Africans touched down on the American soil, they had to go to a class that basically showed them violent black people, told them to stay away from black Americans. These are not your friends. These are people who are going to make y'all look bad. And then...
So it's all propaganda.
Yeah.
They've had mass propaganda.
Put on them. But the reason why I believe, but I'm not even giving them a pass for that. And I'm going to tell you why. Did we not get shown the exact thing about them? Did we not get to see them with bones in their nose and living in the bush and flies flying around their head without them being any level of building anything past or wouldn't this? They showed us all of that. But we never. The worst you're gonna get a black American that does to an African, they got called an African booty scratcher. And bitch, I got called an African booty scratcher. So let's just here's what it is. We all got called it. So don't miss me with that whole y'all hate us. No, we do not. And you know that's not true. Nobody's on African soil trying to replace Africans. But when y'all get here, I keep saying this. This is my issue with the entertainment world, the music world, the sports world. All of them are propping up non-black Americans to replace us. Whoa. Before you leave this podcast and go somewhere else, did you hit the notification bell? Because if you didn't, please do so now. And I'm talking to the people who've already subscribed. But if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that as well. Hit the like button, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.